Good morning, mid-morning, almost afternoon. This is Stephanie with Growing from the Woodpile. This is going to be a February garden update. I do have the plants out here sunbathing, and it's just not been a great year for my seedlings. I don't know how many plants I have lost. So these have a little purple tinge to them. The tomato plants, I don't understand because that usually means over fertilization, and I haven't fertilized them. And then I keep losing plants, like this one right here. About ready to lose this little guy. Oh, and it's a hatch, and it's not dry, and he's losing all of his leaves, like he's not been fertilized, and I just don't know what's going on. I'm almost starting to think it was maybe the soil I used. Maybe there was something wrong with it. I don't know. But this is what we got going on here. We got these tomato plants. It is February 10th-ish. So technically you can plant them out the middle of February. I don't think I'll plant them all out. I'll plant out these bigger ones. Tomatoes really shouldn't go in the ground until your nighttime temperatures stay at 60 or your soil temperatures at 60. I know I've heard that somewhere. So I think I'm gonna plant the bigger ones out, keep the littler ones back in the shop over here that I have the grow station in. I've been watching, I've been having a gnat problem. So it's just been a horrible, not horrible, it just hasn't been a great year for me starting my plants. I've lost more than half of them. So anyways, maybe I'll fertilize these ones next time. Again, I don't understand why you're dying. Oh, I did use neem oil on them, so maybe I tested the neem oil on the the tomatoes, and it was fine, but it was all the peppers that were dying. Maybe the peppers didn't like the neem oil. Maybe. I don't know. Anyways, what we got going on here, and this one is some okra. Well then, stuff falling down over there. I need to fix my shade structure. Yeah, that'll be another video. And the pole just fell down because the door hit something. And anyways, distraction from the noise. I've got some okra here. These are, maybe if I remember, I'll put up the chipotinita peppers. It's the mother of all peppers. My friend from work gave me some of the peppers. My husband actually had researched them and really wanted to try them. Nothing came up quite yet. I heard they're hard to grow. Those are ones I got from her, but I also did order seeds from MI Gardener, but they're taking forever to get here. I'm glad a small business is doing good, but sometimes it'd be nice to have a bigger business get your seeds out. I know that sounds bad, but I ordered them too late. It was my fault, but then they're just taking a long time to get in. So, oh, we do have garden kitty number 2. Hey, Luca. You say hi? Meow. Yeah, meow. Meow. She keeps wanting to sit on my lap, and I just haven't had time to sit down this morning. Been making some banana bread and some stuff for Super Bowl. Anyways, over here we got some squashes, some zucchinis, but what has not came up from the new planting, these ones are purposely empty. I pulled out dead plants. This Getty squash didn't come up. The roselle hasn't came up. A couple of okra, like only half the okra came up. The zinnias haven't came up, which surprises me. The ones that say there was yellow squash in here that hasn't came up either. And none of the eggplant have come up. Not sure why. It's been a week, so I probably will re-sow them today. So I am starting the harden off process. It was cloudy yesterday. They were out for 2 hours. So today I have them set for 3.5 hours, I think, or 2.5. I need to check how long they've been out. Again, because I'm trying to get them going for to start planting in the garden. So let's come over here and do the garden tour. I'm gonna make Miss Luca mad. Garden kitty number 2. Push this down. So All right, and here are my figs. And if I remember, I'll tell you where I'm gonna plant them. I had more than 50% success with the figs. Pretty good for the first time. But yeah, so excited to get those in the tubs. Well, actually right now, I will put one in here and in the white barrels throughout the garden. That is where the figs are gonna go. Hoping to plant other things in with them, but haven't quite figured that out. So, nothing in here that had a squash plant in it that I tore out. Hopefully, I get finally some flowers off of, oh my gosh, what am I drawing a blank? This plant this year. It's gone, my brain's gone. This is a early girl tomato with lots of frost damage. I'm thinking about letting these ripen and then maybe cutting it back and seeing if it works. Got some marigold down here and some sweet peas, flower sweet peas right there. This is the bed that had the most damage from frost, and I have not been irrigating any of this because we've had rain on and off the last 2 weeks. But the peppers are showing too much damage from too much water, but that's not anything I can control right now because I'm not watering. I'm not. You'll see this throughout. This is dill that is throughout the garden from one plant that was in the middle that, yeah. And I decided I'm just gonna let it stay and then I'm gonna let it flower, but as soon as it goes to seed, I'm gonna pull it out because I don't need any more dill throughout the garden. All right, this is a Tabasco. This was a habanero, jalapeno, and these are some Hatch green chili. I was trying to go real strong on Hatch green chili this year. I don't know if I accomplished that with everything that has died. Got spearmint here. I need to dedicate a whole bed to spearmint because I really like spearmint tea, and this is just not enough for what I want. Volunteer tomato, real frost damage. I've harvested most of the tomatoes off of it and I'm letting them ripen inside. So I just need to pull that out. Carrots and dill and basil. I am gonna start trimming back all the basil as much as I can and see if it will bounce back. I am growing more though. See a big dill, carrots. Now remember I potatoes in here. That's a sweet pea. And I don't see any leaves from the sweet potatoes. So I don't know if I needed to harvest them. I don't know if they ever really grew. But I know in older videos I had, like, I think this is the remnants of the leaves. But maybe I should get in there and just dig in one spot to see if they actually did get potatoes. I've never had a successful potato season, but I've never really invested the time to watching them. So, yeah. Green stock here is doing great with the alpine strawberries. Not my favorite strawberry. They only get about these big. They're just small little bite size. They are nice and sweet. Opal basil, and some chamomile that I do tea with. Some cilantro. Marigold that's done. And mostly strawberries. Most of my green stalks have strawberries in them and green onions. So there is a nasturtium right there. Strawberries. Here's some lettuce, some green onions. But yeah, that's where we're at with that. Over here are all broccoli plants that over here are a lot of broccoli plants that I've harvested the main head, and I just keep coming back in here and harvesting the side shoots. Look, this pepper. There's some peppers on here that need to be pulled. I don't have pockets, so I shouldn't do that. I don't have pockets. Some Santa Fe and some more jalapenos. This is a cauliflower, all broccolis in here, and then some rosemary and some kale, curly leaf and dino kale. But everything's going okay. Coming on over here. sweet peas in the back, and then this was beets. You can see oh, there's a bee. Hi, bee. Hi. Hey, yeah. You go over there and do your thing. I had a cat problem right here, my own cats. That is why there are so many pokey things right there. I need to lift up the cattle panel so it's more uncomfortable for them, but I haven't got around to it, so I really need to do that. Ooh, I see another cauliflower right here. I think he's ready to harvest. I think I'm gonna harvest my first cauliflower this evening. Looky, 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 yay. All right, this straw flower got extremely damaged by the frost, but he still continued to grow, so I'm letting him do his thing. Sweet peas, pretty sure it's cabbage, basil, a broccoli, yes, broccoli. Basil over green stock number 2, some lavender I use for tea, and just in the house to smell good in general. Lots of strawberries. This is parsley, which is probably not the best idea. I heard it's invasive. Some loose leaf lettuce. There is a bee that's following me. Nothing in that one. I need to get something in here. A bunch of beets. That was my goal, is to pull some of these beets out and put them over here. I like to use beets greens as in greens because I like those. I harvested a bunch of this last night. I had homemade ramen, and this is green onion, so they're all chopped off. These are weird. I think they're in there so thick. See how they're like curly? I don't know why they curly instead of straight. I don't know. But spinach, this variety does not do good. Does not. Again, lots of strawberries, some more beets. We need to pull those out. Dino kale, opal basil that looks a little bit healthier. In here is broccoli rabi, not my favorite. Won't plant that again. In with a bunch of cilantro that I purposely just kind of sprinkled throughout. And it's doing quite well in this location, along with some beets and dill that, again, planted itself. And I thought I had tore out all the tomatillos, and I must have missed this one. All the tomatillos in the fall were volunteers. Okay, coming over here. There was some cabbage and cauliflower, and maybe the cabbage and cauliflower would take off. I did those by seed. The big ones were all ones I grew inside and moved out, and these are just, this is the biggest one I had. Well, this is broccoli rabi's done good. This is cauliflower, and they're tiny guys. So yeah, volunteer tomato here, some Swiss chard, cilantro with a sweet pea, the roselle that maybe I'll try, I don't know, because I haven't got any successful starts. I really like roselle, and hopefully, some jalapenos here, and I'm not that sure what type of pepper that was. Another cauliflower, probably a cauliflower. Yeah, I see a little baby one in there. Some type of yellow tomato I didn't plant, but quite have enjoyed. That is where a fig will go. Early girl that's done okay. Oh, look at all of these. Straw flower with some onions that I had an onion that, lots of noise in the background, that seeded itself, but like went to seed, put all these little babies in there, and then in another, like over in this area over there. And so when I was redoing some of the gray cloth bags that I had problems with, I pulled them apart and then put them in here. So we'll see how well these onions do. They are, now that it's rained, looking a lot better. Volunteer tomato. Those I let, I'm like, if you're gonna grow in winter, seed yourself somehow, you could stay. So they usually end up to be these smaller, almost like cherry tomatoes, but it's okay. All right, broccoli. They are pretty flowers when they do fully go to seed. Broccoli. This is gonna be my asparagus bed, and I need to talk to the nursery because I don't know if I'm supposed to cut back these that I put in probably a month or two ago. Right here. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do with them. I say just let them go, but I probably should reach out to people that know more than me. Sweet peas, broccoli that has had, oh, look at you. You have some good peppers on you. This must be some type of hatch or Santa Fe, not Santa Fe, Big Jim. Put them there to remember. Tomato, you guys look good. The thing about winter tomatoes is their skin is tougher. You gotta have a tough skin to grow in the winter. And I just roast them and pull the skin off of them. So I do lots of tomato sauce or homemade salsa. All of this, there's a few weeds in here, but this is mostly calendula that self-seeded itself, along with a few like snap peas, I guess. What are you though? You a parsley? And a parsley? There's a pea and there's some peas over there and like a lettuce. Yeah, random. More calendula and lettuce. Yeah. This is a hollyhock that actually, look, and a volunteer strawberry, that actually lived from me transplanting it back. Which I probably should have put it somewhere else because I really want to put a fig tree there. Fig tree will go in one of these, maybe one of these. It depends on how many I have. All right, this is cabbage. This is a massive cauliflower. Let me see here. Let me put my hand on it. That's like soccer ball size. Whoa. Wow. Wow. I'm gonna harvest him today. That's exciting. It's first time growing successful cauliflower. I had bought seeds many times and they kept on not growing. So, some Swiss chard, volunteer tomato here that I need to support because he's just kind of running wild, along with some type of pepper plant. This is cilantro, carrots, and onions in here. I didn't know if the onions were going to live, so I put in some carrots and then we got a whole bed of everything. Broccoli that's fully flowering over here. This one has a little scape on it right here. What are you? Well, I'll take you inside and use you as a green onion. I thought maybe it was a garlic. I have no idea, but yeah. Over here, probably a cabbage. I know this is the broccoli that gets all like, oh, what do I try to say? It's like geometry, little squares and triangles. It's really cool. I only had one seed and it actually did grow. So, but while I'm here, oh, look, you're a little baby cauliflower in there. Probably shouldn't pull too many away from you as I just try to give the asparagus a little more sun by pulling some of those off. So, I don't know what my cat's doing, but what are you doing, Luca? What are you doing, weirdo? Why are you going in between the beds? Hey, you are not, hey, get out of there! So, we will cut this out. All right, coming down here, we got some straw flowers opening up, some yellow peppers. This is chamomile. There's some just, it's kind of wild and crazy over here. Got broccoli, all going to flower. Got a head of cabbage over here. Yeah. All right, coming down here, we got some sweet peas that are struggling, some opal basil, more tomatoes. Looks like these peppers decided not to live. These two may have lived. I pulled them out again out of the gray buckets. Hollyhock. And these are sweet peas. Nothing in this bed but within the nasturtiums. Oh look, got some peas over here. All right, some calendula, some chamomile, some peas. My peas have had issues this year from, I had some type of pest on it and then I sprayed it. And so they all just have not taken off. And I do need to get in here and do something. These are radishes that, oh, you are ready, that I need to pull. They were taking a while. So I need to pull some radishes today. More peas back here that I didn't think were the edible kind, but now they look like they're the edible kind. I don't know what's going on. Shishito pepper and peas. Kind of a little all over the place right now. So do got my straw flowers here. Not really care for that color. I don't know. I'm just not a big into orange. So I need to get some different straw flowers. But the goal today is come pull some radishes, get some peas off of here. I'm really not gonna eat those because I know I planted sweet peas that are for smell and not for the peas, but when you smell them, they don't smell like that at all. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna eat one. So I'm assuming if they were not edible, they wouldn't taste nice, and they taste nice. So I'm gonna go with somehow I planted the wrong thing there. All right, I need to get out here and harvest some shishitos, and I'm very surprised that are growing. So let's go up front real quick. All right, we're up front. Some changes is moved all the rock out from this tree. I'm hiring someone to take the tree out and grind it down, and then I'm gonna put a cocktail orange lemon lime tree there. I was weeding the front rocks, and then all of these are well, not all of it, but a lot of these are African daisies, and I can't decide if I should just let them live or not. And actually a lot of calendula too. So over here is the rose bush with the hollyhock that has taken over, and I think I'm just gonna let it take over. I don't know. Look at all the aloe there that's all flowering. And then, see, a lot of this is just African daisies. See, there's the yellow and orange African daisy. And then another yellow African daisy. And then those are calendula in there, along with two hollyhocks. And then some, right there is straw flower. So, yeah, that's out front. That's why I can't decide if I should pull these all out, or it just kind of looks like weeds right now. I was weeding back there. I did thin some out, but having a hard time because right now it just looks like my front yard's full of weeds until they actually put off some flowers. But thank you for coming out for my ramblings this morning, and we will catch you later. Thank you for learning growing with the woodpile, where my front yard looks like weeds.